Did you know that nearly 6 out of every 10 people living with type 2 diabetes have silent fat building up in their livers? And most don't feel a thing until serious damage sets in?
Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Hello, and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster, and today we're zeroing in on the quiet epidemic of metabolic-associated fatty liver disease, why routine diabetes visits rarely spot it, and how you can use the latest research to protect your long-term health.
I'm Alara Skye, and the numbers driving this episode are stark. In a primary care study using MRI and stiffness scans, 59% of adults with type 2 diabetes carried excess liver fat, and about 1 in 10 had advanced scarring, even though blood work looked almost normal. That hidden scarring matters because once fibrous tissue takes hold, your liver's ability to manage sugar, store energy, and curb inflammation starts to unravel, setting the stage for cardiovascular trouble, cognitive decline, and certain cancers long before symptoms appear.
Imaging also revealed that obesity multiplies the odds of severe fibrosis by 8. Yet even patients labeled merely overweight, not obese, were more likely to accumulate liver fat, underscoring how extra pounds around your waist silently strain this vital organ. What surprised researchers further was the impact on your heart. People with fatty liver showed smaller left atrial volume and weaker cardiac output despite no prior heart disease, proving that liver health and heart performance are tightly linked long before chest pain or shortness of breath raise alarms.
The metabolic loop driving this damage is vicious. Fat in your liver worsens insulin resistance, and that resistance funnels even more fat back into the liver, triggering chronic inflammation that quietly hardens tissue and sabotages blood sugar control. As triglycerides clog liver cells, normal blood flow and oxygen delivery dip, sparking inflammatory proteins that scar tissue and leave the organ less able to filter toxins or regulate glucose, which is why subtle fatigue or belly weight gain can hint at a much deeper issue.
A second investigation using ultrasound painted a similar picture. Half of 100 adults with type 2 diabetes had fatty liver, along with elevated liver enzymes, higher fasting glucose, and larger body mass indexes, yet many values still sat below traditional red flag thresholds. Participants with liver fat had AST to ALT ratios under 1, signaling worsening stress, and their LDL cholesterol plus triglycerides ran higher, confirming that dysfunctional fat metabolism dovetails with liver overload in ways standard diabetes labs miss.
Because enzyme bumps alone aren't reliable, the authors urged pairing ultrasound or MRI with routine blood work so you and your care team can spot liver involvement early instead of waiting for numbers to skyrocket. Left unchecked, liver fat magnifies existing metabolic strain. It pumps out inflammatory signals, raises small dense LDL particles, and accelerates the cluster of high blood pressure, poor glucose control, and visceral fat that defines metabolic syndrome.
The feedback doesn't spare lean bodies. Even thin individuals with insulin resistance can develop fatty liver and face equal or greater cardiovascular risk, proof that you can't judge liver health by body size alone. Fat-laden liver cells also slow detox functions and hormone conversion, meaning estrogen processing, thyroid activation, and toxin filtration bog down, which explains the brain fog and sluggishness you might feel despite an outwardly normal checkup.
Given that up to 80% of people with type 2 diabetes may harbor fatty liver, relying on routine enzyme panels is a gamble. Asking for an ultrasound or MRI, especially if you carry belly fat or high triglycerides, brings hidden damage into view while it's still reversible. So what practical steps help your liver regain control? First, remove vegetable oils like soybean, canola, corn, sunflower, safflower, and similar blends, and cut alcohol entirely. Both sources flood your liver with reactive compounds that trash mitochondria and accelerate scarring.
Next, load your plate with choline-rich foods such as pastured egg yolks or grass-fed beef liver. Choline packages fat for export, preventing the buildup that starts the inflammatory cascade. If you don't eat those foods regularly, Consider supplementing citicoline between 500 and 2,500 milligrams per day to bridge the gap and support both liver function and cognitive clarity.
Add daily movement that trims your waist. Brisk 10-minute walks after meals and 2 strength sessions a week improve insulin sensitivity and keep oxygen-rich blood flowing through your liver. Aim to bring waist circumference below 40 inches for men or 35 inches for women. Finally, prioritize 7 to 9 hours of restorative sleep in a cool, dark room. Nighttime is when your liver repairs itself, and better sleep directly lowers inflammation and improves insulin response.
Here's today's challenge. Before the day ends, scan every package item in your pantry for vegetable oils and remove them, then schedule a simple abdominal ultrasound to establish your liver's baseline. Acting now puts you in front of a problem most people never see coming. Thank you for watching Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.